For decades, we all have listened to the heroics of Vladimir Putin by mainstream media. Many of them fear to question or expose the details of the corruption and undemocratic functions in Russia. They say a true communist never runs after money and property, but the scenes at Moscow in the guise of communism might be different. Alexei Navalny, a Russian opposition leader, took the advantage of parallel media and accused President Putin of colossal corruption. And this makes Navalny a traitor in Russia's mainstream media now. Alexei Navalny, a lawyer by profession and anti-corruption activist, is the most prominent opposition figure in Russia. For years, he and his team have run a YouTube channel exposing the corruption of Russian President Vladimir Putin and his cronies. His channel currently has nearly 6.25 million subscribers and ever growing. Navalny tried to run for Russian presidency in 2018 but was barred from doing so because of a conviction on an alleged embezzlement charge, which was seen as a politically motivated accusation by the President Putin. Nevertheless, he has drawn quite a following over the years, and not just from Russian citizens but the international community as well. Alexei Navalny had been recovering in Germany since August 2020 when he was poisoned with Novichok, a military-grade nerve agent in Tomsk, Russia, in an assassination attempt. Rumor has it that this failed attempt was executed under the direction of the President Putin. Alexei Navalny returned to Russia from Germany on January 17, 2021 and was arrested at the airport upon arrival. This detention sparked the fuel and thousands of people across Russia's 11 time zones took to the streets on January 23rd to protest against the arrest of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, braving the winter cold, the pandemic, and the very real threat of police brutality and incarceration. Navalny and his Anti-Corruption Foundation published unseen photographs and detailed 3D visuals based on floor plans of the lavish interior of 1.36 billion Black Sea Palace, which ultimately belonged to Putin. He also went on to say Putin is the world's richest person unofficially. Navalny exposes the corruption of the Kremlin, hoping for a better future for Russia after Putin. He urges Russians to stop waiting and spending lives and taxes on the enrichment of these people and don't be silent. Putin was a law student, worked as foreign intelligence officer for 16 years. In 1991, he resigned to begin a political career with the then president Boris Yeltsin. After the resignation of Yeltsin, Putin became president and serving since then. He also served as prime minister from 2008 to 2012. Basically, he was holding power since 22 years. During Putin's tenure, Russia's economy and image in the global politics grew exponentially. But something else was happening inside Russia too. Democratic backslide. Experts do not consider Russia to be a democratic country, citing jailing of political opponents, curtailing press freedom, and lack of free and fair elections. Russia has scored low in corruption index, democracy index, and freedom index as well. Putin's presidential term expires in 2024, but there was a proposal which was passed by the State Duma, Russia's lower house of parliament, which opens the door for the 67-year-old, who already has ruled for more than 20 years, to serve as many as 2 more 6-year terms, potentially extending his rule over Russia to 2036, when he would be 83. His plans will be shattered if the allegations made by the Navalny come true. Despite denying that Navalny is a threat, Putin obviously feels threatened by him, given the fact that he likely directed for Navalny's assassination and recent arrest at Moscow's international airport. But in calling for these actions against Navalny, Putin reveals a weakness in himself and his presidency. He does not appear as the Russian strong man he claims to be. In response to Navalny's arrest on Sunday, the United States, the European Union, and Canada have all called for his release. A number of European countries and the US are also considering implementing sanctions against the Russian Federal Penitentiary Service and Russian Interior Ministry. The arrest of Navalny symbolizes a larger movement in Russia against the current regime. He is expected to be incarcerated until February 15th, but it is normal for detentions in Russian prisons to be extended. A better future for Russia still might be far off, but Navalny embodies the hope for Russian citizens and for countries worldwide. Navalny faces 4 legal cases, all of which he says are politically motivated, that could see him jailed for years if found guilty. Navalny, a lawyer by profession and anti corruption activist, is by far the most visible leader among Russia's anti Putin bloc. He is the only opposition politician who controls a nationwide network that could be mobilized for elections in 2021. Currently, the 450-seat Duma, Russia's lower house of parliament, doesn't have a single opposition member. This is why Kremlin sees Navalny as a threat to their existence. But is Navalny the answer for many Russian Democrats who are looking to overthrow Putin's dictatorship rule? Is the most powerful communist country in the world becomes a democratic? Only time will answer that. Thank you.